Bedfunk TV, and we have with us today the beautiful Hannah Khemoh in preparation of our new release, which is called
The One.
The One, written by Hannah. We'd just like to get inside your head and know what makes you tick and get to know a little bit about you, because she's got a lot of tracks lined up for Bedfunk, so you're going to get to hear this girl a lot. And I know most of you would have heard of her already, but you're going to hear a lot more.
It's going to be a lot for everybody.
So please tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from and how you started singing?
Well, I'm originally from East London. My parents are from West Africa, Sierra Leone. And I was born and raised in East London, Hackney predominantly. I went to school in Hackney. I basically lived in Hackney for most of my life until I got old enough after college and kind of started moving around London. But born and raised in East London, Hackney, that's mainly my ends. I'm really, really from the ends. Let me just give you the information, which is really, really from the ends. Yeah, but Hackney, born and raised in Hackney. Love it, really loved it. Love living in East London. I think East London is the best.
Cool. And how you started singing?
Oh, my mum would argue that I couldn't really sing when I was little, and we had this disagreement quite a lot. But I can remember singing from being really, really small. I remember being in primary school and singing. Maybe that it was very low. I don't know why. I just couldn't hear the key. So maybe that's why my mum thinks I couldn't really sing. But throughout primary school, I was really encouraged by my teachers. I played the lead role in all of our school plays. I was Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, Jonah in Jonah and the Whale, the Angel Gabriel in the other thing. So I was really encouraged in primary school. Moving through secondary school, I had fantastic teachers, Mr. Quadra, Mr. Paul Davies, that really, 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 really super encouraged me in singing. I had a singing group in school.
What are they called?
You're so arrogant, honestly. The Love in Touch, how dare we? The Love in Touch, like you're 15. What do you know about the Love in Touch? And I remember going to studio. I did jingles for a radio DJ called Ruthless Chris. Do you remember Ruthless Chris on Kiss FM?
No.
Was he on Kiss FM? I don't know what station. Maybe he was lying. Maybe he wasn't on the radio. I don't know. But we did. Sorry, Ruthless Chris. But we used to do radio jingles. Me and my friends used to go studio and sing. Like we did a lot. I did way more singing when I was younger than I do now. Really, no, that's a lie. But I was singing quite a lot when I was in school. Through school, really encouraged my teachers. I used to have operatic training. A singer used to come in from outside to come and give us singing lessons basically while we was in school. It's awesome. So yeah, been singing for years. Okay,
that leads me on to my next question, which was, how did you start writing music and then eventually recording?
Initially, the first couple of songs that I wrote, because I was heartbroken by a guy that I was dating, and we broke up, and I spent the whole day crying. My friend Vanessa can attest to this. She would just roll her eyes. It was horrendous. I cried the whole day, and I remember writing these two songs, very heartfelt, very deep, about how heartbroken I was, and I gave him my heart, and I was 16. I didn't give anybody my heart. I should have been looking at my books about giving people your heart. But I remember writing those two songs, and I think that's what kind of started me off wanting to record. Once again, in school, I had another singing group with one of my good friends called Vanessa. We were called Havana, and we started recording with one of her big brother's friends. And yeah, basically, it's kind of been really organic. It kind of just started like that, I don't know. Just started recording, and then obviously I was a sensation. What?
I love it. Okay, who are your musical heroes?
Oh, well, everybody knows Chaka Khan's my number one. I adore Chaka Khan. I think she's an awesome vocalist. But I'm really big on UK artists. Like, I'm a huge fan of Omar, Donny, Cynthia Erivo. Obviously, you know that she's doing amazingly in America right now, or across the world. I really, really, really love. I really like singers. You know, like I can't think of anybody off head like that. But predominantly Chaka Khan, Omar. Those really are my two biggest ones. And yeah.
That's great. And what specifically got you into making house music? And have you experimented with any other genres at all?
I have. When I first started, I was going to be a soul singer, R&B, soul. But house for me started. I used to work with a soulful house live band, and we were called Rare Unit at the time. And one of the songs that we did together was one of the first songs I ever released in house, which was called Passing Through. And that was released with DeMarcus Lewis. and Poussey Music, they were called at the time. So I was part of this live house music band, and we actually did a tour in Poland in 2005, which was absolutely wicked. And that's basically how I got started in house. And that song that I did with DeMarcus Lewis actually got remixed by Sean McCabe. So that was kind of my introduction into working with more soulful house DJs. Loving it, really. And that's the kind of music that I used to rave to. So it was even more fun because I'm singing the music that I really love to dance to.
Okay, that's excellent. And also that's when I'm Pat Bedo, by the way, Mr. Bedfunk at the back asking the questions. But that's actually when I first met you. I was actually, I think it was Nomad.
Yeah, that's the first time
you was performing live with Sean. We went to see Sean, DJ, and you was performing, and me and my wife pulled up. And as we walked into the club, you'd just come on. And I was like, walked in, and I was on that tune, and I was like, this is my tune, because I was so playing it. I absolutely love it.
That song, that particular song, I'll just give you a quick backstory.
Yeah, please. We love a story.
Raven and Herbal, I had been promising to go and record with Jafar for ages. DJ Jafar, his name was. I've been promising to go and record, and literally had promised I was going to go and record on this particular day, but I'd gone out raving the night before, so I was basically mash up. Can we say mash up? I was out of it. So I had to go to the studio because I'd been promising, and I had to go there, and I literally hadn't completed writing the song. So when I finally got into the studio, I asked them to give me a minute so that I can write the song. Obviously I was hungover and I had to just get it together. And I kind of wrote the song that same day, that minute, and that's how Passing Through came about. And the first time I ever sung that song live was actually at Nomad. That was the first time I'd ever sung that song live anywhere. And to my surprise, everybody in the room knew the words to the song. Everybody in the room knew the words to the song. I was astounded because I was like, I can't even remember what I was talking about in that song, to be fair. Very hungover.
So that's got to be a great introduction to recording music, because like I said, that tune was one of the favourite tunes I used to like playing, and I played it in all of my sets all the time, and I didn't know you was going to be there. I don't think so anyway, but as we pulled up to the club, we got in there, and we was like, I was like, this is my tune, and we was walking in and we're dancing, we're bouncing, and then we got there and we was like, oh my god, she's singing it live and she sounds better than the record. So my wife was like, you've got to work with this singer. That's the way we roll. We hear something and we just feel it, and from then I wanted to work with you. So how many years ago was that?
I think that was 8-9 years ago. It was
wow.
a long time ago.
So patience is a virtue.
There you go.
So welcome to Bedfunk, Hannah. We have been waiting for you for a long time.
Fantastic. I'm glad to be here. It's awesome to be here.
Oh man, it's a special thing for us, trust me. Who have you worked with in the past, for people who don't know you? We've just mentioned Sean and DeMarcus Lewis, who's actually killing it at the moment as well.
Yeah, he is, isn't it?
Yeah, but who else have you worked with? Just so people get an idea of your history.
I've been fortunate enough to work with loads and loads of different producers and DJs, especially now that I'm on this solo endeavour. So I've got upcoming, I had to write it down because I literally cannot remember anybody's name. But I worked with Kiko Navarro, Roman Jack, Neil Pearce, The Journeymen, and Joey Silvera. I've got music upcoming with them. Pat Bedeau, Bedfunk, let's not forget. Wes Wint, Alex Poet, Cafe 432, Sean McCabe, Mr. Ziggy Funk. I've got songs coming out with Bones and Gary G. I'm looking forward to that. Something coming out with At Jazz. Yeah, there's like, it sounds like I'm name dropping, isn't it? But like, it's been a real blessing that I've been able to work with all of these DJs and producers. So hopefully, like, you guys are going to enjoy the music that's coming up.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, how did you come to collaborate with Pat Bedo, and what has it been like working with him?
It's been horrendous. No, not really. Basically, I think it was during lockdown that we got back in contact, because obviously we've known each other for a little while from the circuit. And during lockdown, we got in contact basically, and you said you got a couple of tracks, and I'm interested. And for me, lockdown was a real opportunity for me to start trying to hone my craft a little bit. Going to studios is great, but I think being able to do it yourself is also like a skill that's necessary and important. So like I kind of was just trying to learn during that period about how to record myself properly, just to put another like thing on my belt. So you got in contact with me, and Pat got in contact with me during the lockdown, and he was like, are you interested in doing music? And I was like, this is an opportunity now for me to see if I can actually record myself, and also I can work with Pat And he's working with Ziggy Funk, who's my main man. So like that's basically how we started, and we've done how many tracks? We've got like loads of songs.
5 or 6 now.
5 or 6 really strong ones, strong songs. So you guys got to listen out for that. Listen out for Pat and Han.
Excellent. Okay, what's your favourite music genre?
Neo soul, if I'm totally honest. Neo soul is my favourite music genre to listen to, and then I would say soulful house second. Neo soul's number 1.
Okay. Right, who would you like to work with in the future? So this is a dream collaboration. I know you work with some heavy hitters already, but if it was who would you really want to work with?
I would love to work with Josh Milan. Josh Milan would be my idea. I'd love to work with Josh Milan. Louis Vega, obviously. I'd love to work with Miss Shaka Khan. Can you give me a chance, Shaka? I want a chance, Shaka. Give me a chance. Yeah, I'd love to work with Shaka Khan. But Josh Milan would be I would love to work with him. Tony Monreal, who's a flipping awesome singer as well. Yeah.
Excellent. And what's next for Hannah Khemoh?
The plan is really, I think this year, I really just want to focus on just getting out some good material, good music, and maybe potentially putting together an album in a different genre, maybe a soul album or a neo soul album, just something a little different, because I think doing soulful house has really put me in a really great position in terms of writing soulful tracks. So I'd love to do like maybe a soulful album, a neo soul album. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be awesome for me to do with Shaka Khan and Josh Milan. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I can imagine. I can feel it. And when they hear this, I'm sure they'll be reaching out to you as well.
Please, Shaka Khan.
Right, tell me or us something about you that you've never told anyone in an interview yet. Maybe a hobby outside of music or just a crazy story.
That. Do you really want to know something that I've never told? I don't think you do. I'm an avid swimmer. I'm a really strong swimmer. I love swimming. I love reading. And my most favourite thing to do in the world is to snuggle on the sofa with my baby girl. Everybody probably knows that. Everyone that knows me probably knows that already. I don't really have secrets.
That's beautiful. That's fine. That's beautiful. What got you through the pandemic, through lockdown? Obviously, very current. So what was it that got you through it?
I think it was mainly because a lot of my singing life, especially in recent years, has been on tour. So I've been away from home. I haven't really been at home with my girl. So that was really wonderful for us to get to spend that time together. I think that was really, I didn't realise how important that was. Because, when you're on tour, when you're away, you're still working, but you're not really at home as much as you're working for the house. So that time with my daughter was really amazing. And I think just learning how to record myself really got me through, because that was literally I feel sorry for anybody that I was calling during that period, because it was constant. Sean McCabe, Neil Pearce, Ziggy Funk, help me, I've broken the whole thing. But yeah, learning how to record myself was really what got me through as well, because I was determined, even though that's really not my interest, I really just want to sing, but I was determined to learn how to do it. And that's what got me through.
And we can really hear that as well, because they're starting to come out now. And,
yes!
There's some serious heat there already, so, that hasn't been time wasted at all.
Amen.
Okay, what's your favourite song? In any song, the whole favourite song in the whole. And I know it's a difficult question to answer, but just first one that comes into your mind. Favourite song.
First one that comes to me is Shaka Khan, Feel For You.
Good, that's cool.
Or Lionel Richie, All Night Long.
Cool, that's great. 2 favourites is cool. What's your own favourite song?
Of my songs?
Yes, one of your songs.
Do you know what song I don't know. What song I really like this? Can I say at the moment what song I really like listening to?
Yeah, of course.
It's our song, Always.
Oh.
That's the one at the moment I really am loving.
You can definitely say that.
Hopefully it's going to be coming out later on in the year, but that's the song that I'm playing over and over again at the moment. They're all my favourites. I love them all, guys. But that's the one that I'm playing at the most at the moment. Yeah,
Always is a little bit special, and hopefully that's coming out on one of our favourite labels as well.
Absolutely.
So stay peeled for that one, people. Okay, and what's your guilty pleasure of a song?
Guilty by Barbra Streisand. And
such a tune.
And Bee Gees. Gary, what's his name? The one that sang Barry Gibbs and Barbra Streisand. That song, it doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing, I love, adore that song. guilty. And I've had the pleasure of actually singing it live with our Rare Unit band. Rare Unit, Rare Funk.
Wow. Awesome, because that's actually, I think that would be my guilty pleasure as well.
I love that song.
As a DJ who plays Rare Groove, it is one of those songs where it polarizes people. They either love it or they hate it. But if they're a muso and they like their Rare Groove, then it is like one of the top ones.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love that
absolutely. So nice one on that. We're so in symmetry, in sync. I love it. What's your writing process?
Honestly, I think that for me, it depends on the track a lot of the times. I'm not really somebody that sits down and just writes lyrics. I don't really write like that. When I get the song, either something comes to me straight away, or it doesn't really. Or I sit down and I have to go for it. But generally, what tends to happen is if I really like the music or the beat, something generally will come to me. I get an idea straight away, and then just try and build on it from there. And my main thing is trying not to repeat words. Like that's it. That's the process.
Okay, and what comes to you first? Is it the hook or the melody or?
I think it's because a lot of the time, if I could start writing a song, and what the part that I'm writing, I might think that that's going to be the hook, and that might end up being the pre-chorus, or that might start being the verse, or so. It just depends. Once I get the idea, then I'll just build on it from there, and just hope it's going to be good, and that the producer's going to like it. Really.
What are some of your biggest goals you would hope to achieve over the next year, or if they're even bigger and you want to stretch that out to 5 or 10 years? What's your dream goal?
I think my ultimate goal, I would love to get to be a published writer. I think that that's something that I think would be amazing for me. I'd love to be a published writer. And I really would want, I think ultimately my goal is I want to be happy, and the thing that makes me happy is doing music, and I want to be able to do music and survive and live off it and be able to forever give you the gift of me. No, forever. That's basically, I'd like to be a published writer, I think, first and foremost. I want to have more top 10 songs, singles. I want to be recognised as a good singer and a good writer by my peers. And I'd like to be able to do this forever and not have to worry about anything ever again.
And anything exciting in store for you in the near future?
Nothing at all. No, I'm joking. Well, I mean, as the year's going, it's always exciting to have songs coming out and songs being released. I'm really excited about all of the music that I've done that's going to be coming out this year. So I'm just hopeful that things are just going to go well. It's just going to keep rolling on how it's been going, because this year started out really brilliantly for me. So I'm just excited about what's to come for the next year. Really excited about the music that's coming out, and I just really can't wait just to get on it and get out and be performing live.
And when talking of performing live, where can people see you live?
See, so next I'm going to be performing, it's actually this Saturday, I know this might be too soon, but at Deep Into Soul. I'm hoping for the festivals in the summer. Nothing's been confirmed yet. You can get me on Facebook if you need to book me. But I'm hoping to get some of the festivals in the new year, and as the year goes on. And yeah, so the next one is going to be on the 12th of February, and after that, like, the universe, we're just waiting on the universe to show me what's mine in it.
And if you weren't a singer, what would your dream job be?
I'm joking. I can't really, dancing is. What would I be if I wasn't a singer?
What did you want to be when you was a kid? Did you know if they asked you, did you have a thing?
I wanted to be a singer.
Did you?
But I think that my dad always used to say to me that I talk a lot, so maybe I should be a lawyer. But I think that's just a kind of African thing. They either want you to be a lawyer or a doctor, isn't it? You haven't really got many options, or an engineer. So I think I would have liked to have been a lawyer. I really like law. I like the structure of it. So maybe a lawyer. So
I think the answer to that is singer. Your dream job would be singer, and you seem to be doing it.
This is it, my dream job.
So well done on there. A lot of people don't get to do that. And where can people get hold of you if they want to follow you? We'll obviously add some links, but where's the best place to find out more about what's going on in the world of Hannah, apart from the Bedfunk side, of course?
Apart from Bedfunk, all of the major social networking platforms.